Our newspaper reviewer is here. Chooks the boy.
I am here, full and branded.
And thank God it's Friday.
I told you the other time I'm from a royal family, but I don't think you've given it a real thought. How are you, my dear?
Good morning, sir. Does he need to give it a thought? He should just see it and feel it.
Are you laughing at royalty?
I'm not.
Okay. Good morning.
Did you hear what she said?
I don't hear her.
Hear,
newspaper review.
Hear it and feel it.
Jealousy.
Hear it.
All right, so let's begin with the papers this morning. The leadership will lead us. The lead story here says, petrol demand surged to 63.7 million litres per day in December. That's according to regulators. Imports dropped to 42.2 million litres per day from 52.1 million litres per day. Interesting. Of course, the picture story was that of the Vice President laying the wreath during the 2026 grand finale of the 2026 Armed Forces Celebrations and Remembrance Day. All right, away from that, below the picture stories here, this is interesting. In politics, Atiku's son declares support for Tinubu, joins APC. All of that on page 23. And next to that, we have Emir Sanusi admitted to study law at Kano University. That's on page 28. And 60 years without Saudana will rebuild North, ACF, Northern Elders, Others vow. That's on page 7. And on page 20, on the economy, Nigeria records 15.15% inflation rate in December. All right, so that's about it. Just beside the masthead, we have Super Falcons drawn in tricky Group C for historic WAFCON 2026. We hope that the Super Falcons will indeed compensate us for the pains, we felt during this AFCON semi-final match, which was on Wednesday. So away from the leadership now, let's see the business NG. The business NG here leads with EU removes Nigeria from money laundering danger list. Nice. You want to see the details of that? It's right here on the business NG. Above that, Budget Office refutes claims of 246 billion naira salaries budget for NEDC. That's on page 2. And of course, above the masthead, we have Senator Natasha alleges VIPs misused power after cybercrime charges dropped. That's on page 2. Interesting read, I can assure you. And of course, Asu Rock Villa locates 1.9 billion naira for generator fuel, 17 million naira for maintenance in 2026 budget. All right, let's just look at a few more headlines here. We have Nigeria's inflation climbs to 15% in December, ending 8-month decline. And profit-taking pulls Nigerian stock market lower despite some strong performers. And finally, fire destroys 76 IDP shelters in Yobe's Gujba local government area. All right, Demola.
All right, have the Blueprint newspaper. And just above that nameplate, 2027, Atiku's son Dom's PDP pledges to deliver Tinubu's second term. New tax regime will boost disposable income, cut cost of living. Oyedele, details on page 21. Nigeria's oil and gas sector to attract $30 billion investment by 2030, experts. That's on Business News. And also on sport, NFF will decide my future with Super Eagles, Chile. Details of that story can be found on page 32. Nigeria's GDP heading towards 5.5% growth in 2026. NESG improved macroeconomic stability. Fragile country cannot afford to pause. Okay, we can get the details of that story on page 8. Dangote splashes 15 billion on cement distributors at award night. Then we have court orders interim for feature of $150 linked to Vertifly Global boss. Alaafin absent at Makinde as Makinde inaugurates Ladoda chairman or your council of Obas. Details on page 6. Analysts warn of higher cost as banks add 7.5% VAT on transfers. Details of that story can be found on page 20. Defamation. Federal government strikes out criminal charges against Natasha. Details on page 7. And Remembrance Day. Tinubu, Fubara, Mba, Makinde orders honor fallen heroes, serving troops. Federal Legion plan affordable housing for veterans. Chooks.
The presidency would always speak when it's Armed Forces Remembrance Day. So
Celebration.
That's not
Celebration and Remembrance Day.
Thank you, my dear journalist. That is almost customary. So we are happy that our heroes have been remembered again yesterday.
And celebrated.
Yes, but I want concrete things. Listen to this one. Fubara orders immediate employment for fallen heroes' children.
That's good.
That is real. That is concrete. Let us remember that to volunteer to die for your country when there is need for it is only a choice that can be made by an honorable man. When I hear people say, after all, they are paid for what they are doing, I say, why don't you go and wear the uniform so you get paid to die for us? May God bless those men and women in uniform.
Yeah.
God bless them.
It's a high level of patriotism.
Yes, there's one you left out because I'm sure it's not going on in your state. Oborewori presents 65 SUVs to Delta monarchs for making governance
It's not here.
easier.
That's why I didn't read it.
For making governance easier. My Obi was one of the people who had the Toyota armored SUV.
So you're elated.
I told you I'm from royalty. You thought I was joking.
So you're elated now.
Yes, I'm elated. Petrol demand surged to 63.7 million liters per day in December. The one you read that is of more importance to me is imports.
Drop.
Okay. Imports drop. The drop, in imports. I came here 2 days ago and whispered to Professor Ife that I'm putting a book on the tedious growth part for Africa. He said, if you want to start that book, the first thing you say is, let them drop their import dependency. That was just 2 days ago here. This economy has made many of us economists now. Bismarck and who's the other one? Boyo is dead. May God bless him. Bismarck, even our own Dr. Okemgu and Professor Walaka, they must be jealous that we're joining the team. They will tell us, you're on this backyard economics. So one is happy that these things are happening. Something is happening to this economy. You may have noticed that I pulled back from saying Tinubu is competent because some of my friends said I became a Tinubu sycophant. I said, no, I saw the signs. I told you the Lagos model was coming to Nigeria. Some politicians said they are led by Lagos Club, whatever they say now. The important thing is that growth is happening to this economy by dint of conscious effort.
And it's a grant.
And the tax reform people have been kicking against. That's the greatest thing that has happened to this country. People like you cannot run from tax anymore.
Thank you.
People like you.
Yes.
You understand me?
I can see.
That's the truth. And every government, subsequent government will gain from it. Away with praising government. Let's go to other things now. We missed out one yesterday. It concerned our own, and I didn't quite like it. NGE, that's Nigerian Guild of Editors, pays tribute to Mohammed and Agbese, says they are irreplaceable treasures. You remember Yakubu Mohammed, Newswatch, the quartet, Delegiwa, Yakubu Mohammed, Dan Agbese, and Ray Ekbu. Nobody has raised journalism to their standard until today, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not denigrating us. Truth is truth. Journalists must endeavor towards fact. Those are people I respect forever. Remember, Delegiwa would actually write something that Ray Ekbu, in the same magazine, would negate. Parallax, I can't remember the title there. But they were, even within their own tent, disagreeing with each other. That was the journalism I knew. That was the newsroom I knew. I pray that the likes of a quintessential mathematician, a turned journalist, would return those glory days to us. Me and you, we are on our way out. Becky.
We are already out.
Demo!
Just hanging in
An
there.
alliance of the old. Let's look at other stories.
Okay, you've talked about this new tax regime, and NFF will decide my future with Super Eagles. Challenge.
Yes.
What would you say to that? Because he was given a target to qualify for the finals of the AFCON, but I think he did. He performed very well.
My people have one song. Says, if a child washes his hands properly, he will eat with elders. Chele or Chel, whatever he's called, has done well in this AFCON. Let's give it to him. You see, people think that they must win all the time. You can't. You can't win all the time. You gotta lose sometimes. I should wax a record. We didn't win, but we won. Those boys did well.
They played
and on
good
the strength
football.
of that, please, let's give Chele or Chel another chance.
It's Chele.
Chele. Let's give him another. I was impressed. I would come in here and say they always sit on the pitch, like pap, we don't spoil. They were springing like antelopes this last time. Give it to them, please.
All right.
Give it to them, please.
All right.
Chele has to stay, please.
Okay. That's you talking. We hope NFF listens. Other stories here. I want to know what you think about this political story. Atiku's son declares support for Tinubu, joins APC.
I don't say you won't put me for trouble here. But political plurality within the home is not new. It's not. Tinubu is a Muslim. His wife is a Christian. If Atiku's son decides to join APC while the father is in ADC, it only tells you the beauty that some people have demonstrated even in religion. Yes, you cannot force your life on me. I would like to interview Atiku's son. It's a long time I did interviews on TV. I was a firebrand then, But I'm going to return to put on my boots again because I want to interview Atiku's son.
Besides putting on your boots, you need to go back to school. I think I told you some days ago about going to write maths again. That you have somebody to copy. Emir Sanusi has been admitted to study law at Kano University. It's never too late to go back to school.
I'm not Emir Sanusi. I was doing well in mathematics.
If
a train carries 20 tons of coal with 3 gallons of petrol, how many tons of coal would it carry with 40? I was making A. I was winning pencils.
But you didn't find X.
Till I met X and Y. They were my undoing in mathematics. So each time Mr. Okonkwo came in through the door, I used the window.
So they asked you to find X.
Which X? Then the most annoying one was chemistry. Zigma, a chemistry teacher would just come like, what you doing shoulder, do the within limits of experimental errors, the law still stands. I don't know law will stand. You will see a equation called equation. Fair 3, that's iron. HO2, it crosses that arrow and becomes something different on the other side. Chemistry. Well, how did they do it?
The fact that you still remember Chokude is a sign that it's not too late to start again.
Thank you,
and I hope that 2026 will pass mark. Thank you, Chukwudi. It's time to go. Always a delight, to have you with us,
The
Chukwudi.
feeling is mutual. You make my day.
Have a great
You are
day.
returning me to broadcasting. I thought it was good riddance to bad rubbish.
No, not at all. We want the veterans with us.
Thank you so much.
You see them. All right. Thank you so much again, once again, Chukwudi. So we'll pause now. We'll take a break. Of course, when we come back, we'll get into our conversation. We're talking about the health sector. You want to stay put for this. Stay with us.